Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we have a wonderful story about a boy named Jake and his dream to build a treehouse. This story is all about creativity, friendship, and believing in yourself. So, get comfortable, and let's jump into this inspiring tale. Let's start with Jake. He was a happy boy who loved to play outside. Jake spent most of his days exploring his backyard and dreaming of adventures. His favorite spot was a big old tree that stood tall near his house. He often thought, wouldn't it be amazing to have a treehouse up there? Jake imagined a cozy little space up in the branches where he could play, read, and even have friends over. Every time he looked at that tree, his heart filled with excitement. One sunny afternoon, Jake sat under the big tree with his notebook. He began to draw his dream treehouse. I can make it really cool, he thought. He pictured a ladder, a slide, and even a little porch. The more he drew, the more excited he became. He sketched out windows and a rope swing. He even imagined a secret entrance. Jake felt like a real architect. I have to tell MOM, he decided. Later that day, Jake rushed to show his MOM. Look, MOM, I want to build a treehouse, he exclaimed, waving his notebook. His MOM smiled and said, that sounds like a great idea, Jake. But you'll need some help and tools to build it. Jake nodded, feeling determined. His MOM helped him think of what they would need. Let's make a list of supplies and then go shopping, she said. Jake felt excited to start this new adventure. The next day, Jake and his MOM went to the hardware store. Jake was amazed by all the supplies. We need wood, nails, and a hammer, he said. They walked down the aisles, picking out the best materials for their project. Jake felt like a real builder as he helped choose the wood. This is going to be the best treehouse ever, he declared. They gathered everything they needed, and Jake felt proud to be building his dream. Excited to start, Jake called his friends, Mia and Tom. Come over, we're building a treehouse, he said. His friends loved the idea and promised to come right away. Jake felt happy knowing he wouldn't be alone in this big project. He imagined how much fun they would have together. We'll make it a super fun place, he thought, filled with anticipation. When Mia and Tom arrived, they were full of energy. Let's do this, Mia shouted. They gathered the wood and tools, and Jake explained his plan. We'll start by making the floor, then we can build the walls and roof. Together, they worked hard, laughing and having fun. Jake showed them where he wanted the treehouse. They all agreed it was the perfect spot, right in the sturdy branches of the tree. Jake showed his friends how to measure the wood. They took turns cutting and hammering. At first, it was a little tricky, but they helped each other. Be careful with the hammer, Tom said, and everyone giggled. With teamwork, they built the floor strong and sturdy. Jake felt proud as they stepped back to see what they had accomplished. Look at our floor, he cheered. After a few hours of hard work, they took a break. They sat on the grass, eating snacks and drinking lemonade. This is the best day ever, Mia said. Jake agreed, feeling a wave of happiness wash over him. They had already built something great together. While they rested, Jake told them more about his ideas for the treehouse. We can have a little rope swing and maybe a flag at the top, he suggested. Mia and Tom loved the ideas. After their break, they got back to work. Now it was time to put up the walls. They carefully lifted the wooden panels and attached them. Jake said, we're building a real treehouse. Everyone cheered, feeling excited. With each wall they added, the treehouse started to take shape. Jake could hardly believe it. We're actually doing it, he exclaimed. As the day went on, they added a roof and made a small porch. They painted the treehouse bright blue, Jake's favorite color. It looked amazing. They couldn't believe how much they accomplished together. Jake felt like the luckiest boy in the world. This was not just a treehouse. It was a place filled with memories they were creating together. Before they finished, Jake had one more idea. He wanted to make a special sign. He painted it with bold letters, Jake's Treehouse. When they hung it up, everyone clapped and cheered. It felt like a real home. The sign made the treehouse feel complete. Jake smiled, knowing that this was a place where they could all gather and have fun. That night, they decided to have a sleepover in the treehouse. They brought sleeping bags, snacks, and flashlights. As they sat inside, they told stories and laughed together. It felt magical, like they were on an adventure. They took turns telling stories about monsters and treasure hunts. Jake felt thrilled to be with his friends, all cozy in their special treehouse. Suddenly, they heard thunder. Dark clouds rolled in and rain started pouring. What do we do? Mia asked, looking scared. Jake thought for a moment. Let's stay calm. We're safe in here, he reassured them. They snuggled closer, listening to the rain tapping on the roof. Jake felt proud of their treehouse. It was strong and safe, just like he had hoped. They talked quietly until they slowly drifted off to sleep. As the storm rumbled outside, they felt cozy and protected. "This is a night I'll never forget," Tom whispered as he fell asleep. The rain continued, but inside the treehouse, it felt like a warm little world of their own. The next morning, the sun shone bright. Jake woke up to birds chirping. He smiled as he looked around. "We did it. We built a treehouse," he exclaimed. His friends woke up, stretching and smiling. They peeked outside and saw that the storm had passed. The world looked fresh and new, with sunlight streaming through the trees. "Let's go outside and play," Mia suggested. Word spread about Jake's treehouse. Soon, kids from the neighborhood came to see it. Everyone wanted to play and hang out. Jake felt proud. His treehouse was now a special place for all his friends. Jake and his friends welcomed everyone. They played games, shared snacks, and laughed together. It became a place where imagination could run wild. They played games, told stories, and had picnics in the treehouse. It became their favorite spot. Jake knew that building the treehouse was just the beginning of many fun adventures together. They even made a list of all the fun things they wanted to do. "Next weekend, let's have a movie night up here," Jake suggested. Everyone cheered in agreement. Through the treehouse, Jake, Mia, and Tom grew closer as friends. They learned the value of teamwork and how much fun it was to create something together. "I'm so glad we built this," Jake said, smiling. They realized that it wasn't just about the treehouse. It was about the memories they were making and the friendship they were building. And that's the incredible story of Jake and his treehouse. They showed us that with hard work and friends by your side, you can make your dreams come true. If you like this story, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing tales. Until next time, keep dreaming big and building your own adventures.